Hello. It's been a while since we've done a double GamePlay Game Pass. It's
Yes.
episode 13, and we're doing that game that I forgot the name of again. Looks like Jet Set Radio. What is it?
It's called Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. That's the one.
Yes.
I literally asked you before we started recording, and I joked like, "Oh, I'll probably forget it," and I genuinely just did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you haven't played it, so I've been the one
No.
playing this one.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interrogation gameplay Game Pass where I act as Inquisitor to Ian being my Game Pass prisoner.
Okay. Just to pre-warn, I haven't yet completed it.
Not completed it.
Not yet.
Well, why watch this video, right, viewers? That's it. End the episode. Play the jingle. We're done.
But I've played a good amount, a good chunk. So yeah, I'll be able to help those that are wondering whether or not it's worth it or not.
So, is this game an Xbox exclusive?
It is. It's published by Bethesda.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like an indie game.
It is developed by a studio called Tango. I literally just looked this up. Tango something. Tango Gameworks,
Okay.
which is run by Shinji Mikami,
Oh,
who's famous for the Resident Evil series, the
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright series, PNO3, Dino
Yeah.
Crisis. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a big change from like
Departure from his usual
yeah,
catalog. It looks like Jet Set Radio.
yeah. It's got
From
that
what I've seen.
that cell. I say cell shaded. It's not massively. It's more like anime style.
Stylized, bright
Yeah,
colours.
yeah. So it's a game that graphically will probably stand the test of time, like Wind Waker has, and other cell shaded cartoony esque games.
Cell damage.
I was thinking cell damage. I was thinking cell shaded cell damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, graphically it's very aesthetically pleasing.
Mm.
Something that I don't get told a lot.
I'm sure you do. You used to back in the day
Did I?
when you're a handsome young man.
With my luscious long locks of hair.
Then you got married, had a kid, and the dad bod set in.
Yep. Yep, I set it long ago. Basically when I got an office job. So this game was shadow dropped. It had like no hype around it. Xbox recently had that event, didn't they, where they showcased a few games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this was just announced in that showcase and then released like a week later, if not a couple of days later. So like no one really knew much about it.
Did people know it existed beforehand? Had there been like any
screenshots
or anything?
I'd never heard of it. And I've not seen anything of it until that showcase. It's kind of like
like what
Nintendo did with Metroid Prime.
Literally gonna say that exact same thing.
They were like, oh yeah, by the way, Metroid Prime Remaster's being made and it's coming out like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it didn't have a massive amount of hype around it. It's gotten some good reviews though.
I've heard loads of people talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, just like random like little things that people just like just on Twitter and other things like that. Like other people I know who've got Xboxes and stuff messaging me being like, "Oh, you need to play this game."
Yeah. You do need to play this game. It's amazing.
I need some time is what I need.
Yeah. Wow. That's why I haven't completed it yet, because I need time.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment I'm addicted to Mario Kart 8 online.
Yeah?
Trying to get my online score up. I'm so addicted to it that I've even got the wife like going, "Oh, can we take it in turns?" I'm like, oh, yeah, go on in.
That's really fun. You're not normally a big Switch player.
No, but yeah, at the moment I'm like really
you can suck it in.
Yeah, I'm really into like Mario Kart 8 online.
And you get all the extra tracks.
Yes, and I do get all the extra tracks. But yeah.
So is I forgot what it's called.
Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush. Is Hi-Fi Rush is it a particularly long game? How many hours do you think
think it's
into it
about
so far?
some people on Twitter were saying it's about 8 hours long, or just over 8 hours.
Is that if you just sort of like blitz through the main
Yeah,
story then?
there's loads of collectibles to get, and I'm pretty sure there's a new game plus
Okay.
because there's certain I've come across certain doors and like walls that look like they're breakable, but when I went past them in the levels, I didn't have the abilities to break them. So I'm
Okay.
guessing once you complete it, you can go back through it to get like more of the collectibles.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's because I saw there's this person that keeps popping up on my Twitter. I'm not going to say his name, but he's one of
It's going to
those.
be a negative then.
Yeah, he's one of those PlayStation. I don't follow him. He just appears on my Twitter because of
Oh,
like things that like I've tweeted about in the past or like liked and whatnot.
okay.
Or people that I follow him, so he just appears. But
Yeah.
he's a massive PlayStation fan,
Okay.
but I don't know if he ever plays PlayStation because he's too busy tweeting about Xbox all the time.
Yeah.
But he keeps like posting stats about like game sales for this game and how the game's so short, being 8 hours long. And then I just think to myself, if we're going by how good a game is by how short it is, then Metal Gear Solid is awful because I completed that in like just over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like you
Weird.
can't, yeah,
Do you know what I always think when people badmouth something that doesn't affect them in any shape or form? So like, I don't have a PlayStation. So God of War's come out. I've never played it. I've never played a God of War game ever. So why would I ever have any opinion on it
yeah,
or be interested in what it's selling or whatever? I don't know. It's just like a nothing thing in my life. So I don't understand why people would be like, it'd be like me going, "Oh, God of War, it's only 8 hours long. Oh my God, it's $90. Oh, for no reason.
yeah,
Other than the only reason would be because I'm secretly jealous and I wish that I could play it. That's literally my go-to thing whenever I see anyone like bad mouthing something that doesn't affect their life.
yeah,
They're just jealous. That's
yeah.
what it
But
comes down to.
yeah, the game is good. So, do you know much about the game? Have you seen any of it or seen
um,
any?
my younger brother Josh sent me a brief video being like, "You got to play this game. It's amazing." And
Yeah.
I he says it's like a rhythm. It's almost like a rhythm based
Yes.
game because you didn't
So,
even best. You told me that I
yeah.
think
So,
as
have you
well.
ever played like Cadence of Hyrule on the Switch?
No, but I've had it like hearted on my Switch wish list, watching the
Okay.
videos, waiting for it to go on sale so I
Yeah.
can
So,
buy it.
with that game, you're kind of every movement you make is to the beat of the tune.
Yeah.
This is similar in the fact that when you get into fights, your attacks do more damage if you hit your attack on the beat of the song.
Okay.
So you've got a quick attack, which is X, which if you hit that on the beat, it does more damage. And then you've got Y, which is a heavy attack, but you hit that on the half beat.
Okay. Is there a
Um,
visual cue or is it all just audio
you can
cues?
turn a visual cue on,
Okay.
which I haven't got on because I like to think of myself as quite rhythmic. I have good music timing to some
Yeah.
extent, but I'm not very good at actual playing music. So everything in the game is done to the musical beat, like even stuff in the background of the levels. Like there's a level where you go into like underground and there's lava spewing, and every time like a lava ball comes up and splashes on the ground, it would be to the beat.
Okay.
And if you're stationary with the character, he like clicks his fingers to the beat, and all his movements are to the beat. It's really good. There is a
What
reason as
sort
to
of,
why,
there's a
like
reason.
yeah, to like a storyline reason.
Is it like the story to behind the Party Rock anthem video where, everyone's just infected by the song. They can't stop shuffling.
No. So
Oh,
the premise of the game is you play a character called Chai, and
chai, as
yeah,
in chai
like
tea.
yeah, I was gonna say like Chai Tea, and
Okay.
his ambition in life is to be a rock star.
Ah,
So like he's really into music, um, and there's this company that can replace body parts with like robotic parts.
Yeah.
So he's got when you first meet him, he's got his arm in a sling. So I'm guessing his arm's like got a bum arm.
Yeah.
So he goes to get that replaced, but as it gets replaced, like his iPod falls off a conveyor belt and lands on him. So when the operation happens, his iPod gets like infused into his chest, so it's constantly playing the music. So he's constantly feeling the beat.
Yeah.
So that's why
That's
why
super random, but
yeah, yeah. But it's got some there's two ways you can play it. You can play it on streamer mode, which will have all original songs that are made for the game.
hmm
So if people wanted to live stream it on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, they won't get a lawsuit for copyright
Okay.
or whatever. Or you can play it that unstreamed way, and there's some like actual songs in there. So the first song that plays is "Lonely Boy" by who's it? The Black Keys.
I don't know. I know nothing about music.
Oh, okay. Maybe I got that wrong. I know it's called Lonely Boy, but I can't remember if it's by the Black Keys or if I'm getting that
Quick,
band.
Google it. Pretend you're smart.
Okay, right. I will Google it. I'm not going to pretend I'm smart.
Ian's definitely not Googling this at all. We're just having a normal
It is the Black
conversation.
Keys.
Oh, he did know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the first song that plays, and then yeah, there's a lot of humor in the game as well. There's a few
Yeah.
fourth wall breaks, and there's a lot of references to like things that happen in video games. Like obviously they don't know they're in a video game, but they'll be like, "Oh, it's like I'm in a video game with all of this stuff going on." And there was a funny bit where you're in a room and you're like being watched by one of the bosses on surveillance, and
Okay.
he's like, "Oh, why is the picture funny?" And his robotic friend's like, "Oh, it's because it's 480p. We can't see anything on this." So it's like a lot of references to gaming and technology.
What is I completely forgot to ask. What is the what's the like battling like mechanic like? Are you like is it like melee weapons or do you have guns or is it like
You have
magic or
you have a weapon that when you draw it, it looks like a guitar. So you're
okay.
holding the guitar from like the neck, and then
Yeah.
like so it is all melee, but you do get companions that you can call in to like do certain things. So one of your companions shoots a gun. So like if there are certain enemies that have shields, so you need to call her in to like destroy the shield, and then there's other enemies that have a different type of shield, so you need to call in another companion to destroy their shields before you can do damage to them. All the enemies are robots apart from the main bosses.
Okay. So you basically just beat the crap out of stuff with a guitar,
Yeah, pretty
essentially.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
But then there's other bosses or villains, enemies, whatever you want to call them, that do attacks that are unblockable unless you block them to the time of their attack. So, for instance, there's a samurai type monster, and he'll hit his swords together as if he's sharpening them to a tune. So it'd be like beep, 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 beep. So you have to deflect each hit to that beat.
Blimey. Does it tell you that or do you have to figure that out yourself?
That you have to figure out yourself, but there is a laser robot that you get like it shows you lightning bolts to the beat. So like
Okay.
certain areas, they're like security robots, and you can't progress until you destroy them. And it will
hmm
be the same premise. It would be like beep, 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 but it will show you the lightning bolt, so you know when to hit
When to press.
the button.
This
But yeah.
sounds like a game that would be fun, but would probably be quite infuriating for me.
Oh, yeah. There have been some really stressful bits. Again, like quick time events. You're
Yeah.
aware of quick time events, so they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
some stuff similar to that, but very rarely. Like if you need to turn on a machine, you have to hit a button with your guitar, but it's not just hit the button. You have to press like A, and then you get a small circle and then a big circle, and the big circle goes small until it hits the A, and then you have to press it at the right time, and then you have to press the next button at the right time. So it's a bit kind of like
Okay.
Guitar Hero esque,
Yeah.
but each level is split into like little sections, and you get a score grading
Okay.
for each. So you get a grade on how quick you do that section or that battle, what your musical timing's like, and just like your points, because you get points like for your kills and stuff.
So it's like individual levels then, like an old school game. You just do level
Yeah, pretty
1,
much.
level 2,
It's
level
yeah,
3, boss
it's
fight, level
yeah,
5, etc.
it's quite linear in that sense.
I like linear games.
And there are some sections of it where are like 2D side scrolling as well.
Oh, cool.
So I've come across a bit where I fell down a vent, and then to get out of the vent, you had to do like a side scrolly type thing again to like the beat. So like a laser would shoot up at a certain beat, and then you had to get past that one, and the next one would come up at the next beat, and so yeah, everything's done to the rhythm. But I find myself just sat there with my headset on, just bopping along to the music, because even like some of the original music's really good that they've created
Yeah.
just for the game. Yeah,
What mode do you generally play it on? The streamer mode or the
no, because I'm not
Steam mode?
recording it any gameplay, so I
Okay.
just play it on the authentic.
The authentic real music.
Yeah, so it's got like 9-inch nails. I think Prodigy's on there as well, possibly.
Okay.
Spotify, the official playlist on Spotify has Prodigy, so I'm gonna assume they're on it.
Does it have like an easy mode, or is it
Yeah,
just yeah?
yeah. I play it on normal because I don't. I always play all my games first time through on normal.
But there is a Luke will be able to play it mode.
Yes, there is an easy mode, and then as well as that, there is also a. I think if you press the start button or the back button on the Xbox controller, I had to look at my Xbox controller then to see. What's,
Yeah. What have they replaced the start and select with?
so the select button is like the two screens on the controller, and then the start button's like the three. There's three
Yeah.
horizontal lines.
What are those buttons called? Now I just call them start and select still.
Yeah, that's what I
But
call them as well.
like, do you know what their actual names are?
Nope.
I don't know why they changed them. Doesn't make any sense. Square, half square, 3 lines.
Yeah, don't know. Couldn't tell you.
It's
But
like
anyway,
the
if you press
symbols
one
out
of
of the
them,
Fifth Element or something.
if you press one of them, you can choose to have similar to like a Guitar Hero. Do you know on Guitar Hero you'd have the fret, and it would tell you when to press the button. So it'd have that along the bottom, so you'd know when the beat
When
hits.
to press.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
I
don't
think
really need it
I'd have to
because
do that.
at a certain point you get a companion called 808, which is a robotic cat, and he's awesome. And he is when he his arms and legs and body go into his head, like when you're just running from place to place. So he just floats next to you.
What?
He's a robot.
Oh, yeah. I've seen screenshots of that. I was like, it looks exactly like. Do you remember Fantasy Star Online?
Yeah,
One and two. Used to get the mags, didn't you? That
yeah,
used to float around and follow you around. And there was a one that you could get. That was like a cat one. If you evolved it a certain way, it'd be a little floaty cat. It looks exactly like that.
yeah. So that's there, and that has a different coloured illumination that like pulses out of it, so you know when the beat is just from looking at that as well.
Okay.
So there are visual clues if you don't use the help fretboard at the bottom.
I think I'd still have that. Easy mode, fretboard at the bottom.
But it's an absolutely fantastic game. I've not played anything like it.
No?
No, I mean I've dabbled in. I think there was a free trial or a demo of Cadence of Hyrule, which I've played. But yeah, I've never played a game that, apart from actual music games like Dance Dance Revolution, I've never played a game that
Or
in,
Guitar Hero.
in yeah that integrates music as like part of the gameplay mechanic.
Yeah. That isn't strictly a music game.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on it then? Gameplay? Game Pass?
it's definitely a gameplay. I feel like everyone needs to experience it, whether you only play it for like 20 minutes or whether you play it until completion. Whether you like the music or don't like the music, or you have rhythm or you don't have rhythm, like everyone needs to experience it, in my opinion. Yeah, I would recommend it to anyone that has an Xbox or Microsoft Game Pass on PC. It's available on Steam.
Can you buy the game or is it just Game Pass?
You can buy the game.
You can buy it. Okay.
Yeah, going back to that person that I mentioned on Twitter when he goes on about sales, it's like, but the sales aren't going to be good because it's only digital. You can't buy a physical copy.
Oh, and it's on Game Pass. So
Yeah, Exactly.
I think most people who have got a Series X or even a Series S have probably got Game Pass, because you'd be stupid not to.
Series S especially because it doesn't have a disc drive.
Yeah. So, because like if you're going to be buying, even if you, like when I was younger, I'd buy one game a month. So
Yeah,
that'd be 12 games a year, 50 quid a game, it's like £600.
yeah.
So, and Game Pass is nowhere near that. What's Game Pass in England like for the year?
15, I
100.
think.
So it's like what,
15 a month.
145? No, 150, 180,
Yeah,
£180 for the year,
ish.
which is a
Yeah, but
bargain.
that includes like Windows as well, like PC as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's like 4 games. You buy
Yeah.
more than 4 games a year, and if you've got an Xbox, that means that you're going to prefer Xbox franchises. So you're going to buy Halo. You're
Yeah.
probably going to buy Forza. You're probably going to buy Gears of War. There's 150 quid there as is.
Plus, you've got all the Bethesda games now as well, like the next
Oh yeah,
Fallout,
yeah,
the next Elder Scrolls, the next
yeah.
Fable.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone wouldn't have Game Pass if you've got an Xbox.
Yeah,
I'll be
I don't
surprised that even a few years they don't have a one-to-one attachment rate for it.
like. Yeah, I get some people like physical copies of games for like collection purposes, but
Yeah, but nothing works unless you're logged in online now anyway. So
pretty much, yeah, it's just good value for money,
yeah,
especially for people that work full time and maybe don't have that, and have families that don't have that like expendable income.
yeah. And also you have the issue of you buy a game, you get it home, you play it, and you're like, oh, I've spent 50 quid on this. It's crap.
Yeah.
And that's it. What do you do with it? You can't take it back because no one lets you return games anymore.
Mm.
You just got to try and flog it.
Yep. Hello, CEX. I'd like to trade this game in. Yep, we'll give you £2. Oh, sweet. Next day.
Yeah.
Oh, selling for 45 quid. Brilliant. I hate CEX. It's like I hate game. Hate CEX.
So we're definitely not looking to get sponsored by CEX or Game.
No. I think game's slowly going out of business. So
Yeah.
in Southampton, they've all closed down and they've moved into Sports Direct.
What?
Do you know how it used to be in Debenhams? They used to just have a small little corner upstairs for game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what basically they are now. They're just small little sections in Sports Direct.
They're a little section in. That doesn't make any sense. At least Debenhams was a department store. Sports Direct is a sports clothing and accessory store.
Yeah, which don't allow refunds at all.
No?
Nope. If you buy something from
Surely
if you buy
illegal.
something from Sports Direct and you don't like it, like it's broke or it doesn't fit, exchange only.
Okay, so this has turned into a promotional video for Sports Direct and
Anti
CEX now.
promotion. Yeah.
Right, we probably should wrap it up then.
Yep.
Final thoughts.
GamePlay, definitely. Play it.
Okay.
Play it now. Install it. Stop watching this. Subscribe, like, notifications, then stop watching this. Go onto your Xbox or your Xbox app. Download it. Now. Do it. Do it. I'm waiting. Do it. Download it. Have you done it yet? Have you? Oh, I'm waiting. Cool. Do it now.
What an end.